I feel like nobody talks about this, but a significant portion of your clients are going to have bad knees, a bad back, or some kind of chronic condition that limits what they can do in your studio. Here is how you are still going to make the most out of a session for them. Right off the bat, let's talk posing. Because what your clients who have arthritis or knee pain or joint pain, they may not be able to do the posing that some of your other clients can do. And a big one is arching. So I love working with furniture and making the furniture do the work. So that would be my first piece of advice. Have furniture in your studio that can kind of do the work for your clients. And what I mean by that is, let's say we need a client to arch. They're going to lay on this bed. We need them to try to bring their chest up as much as possible, but they've had back surgery or they have arthritis in their spine. Okay, that might not be on the table for them. Here's what we can do instead. We can grab 1, 2, maybe 3 pillows and place it right underneath their shoulder blades, right here. And then when they lay back, they're not trying to push their chest towards the sky. The pillow is doing it for you. So I want you to get creative and think about what you have in your studio that can help a client arch or kneel, things like that. Kneeling, for example, I just mentioned that. Are we going to put a client who has really bad knees on a hardwood floor? No, probably not. But they might still be able to kneel if the surface is soft. So there we go. We're making our furniture do the work. They can kneel on something like a soft bed or a sofa. This is going to be a conversation that you have with your clients. But I want you right now to look at your studio and say, okay, where do I have something that I can use almost like a tool to help my client with their mobility issues? So we're going to make the furniture do a lot of the work for us. The other thing I want you to think about doing is taking poses that are tried and true for you and seeing how you can change them to accommodate somebody who doesn't have the same mobility. So I love a good booty pose. Love, 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 love them. And some of my favorite booty poses are with people kneeling all the way down on their heels and then pushing their butt back towards the camera. However, this doesn't always work because some people's knees don't bend that far. Okay, well, what am I going to do? I really wanted to get an epic booty shot for them, but they can't kneel on the bed. Well, I can take the same principle of having a C shape to their spine, having them try to push their booty back as much as possible. And I can have them do the same thing, but while they're standing. So rather than kneeling, we'll just pivot and we'll have them stand instead. Also, where you are standing in relationship to that pose makes a big difference. So perhaps they are standing and we aren't able to get the full peach experience we're trying to go for. But that's because you're shooting them at the same level. Why don't we drop down below their booty, shoot up at it, and really make it the star of the show? Okay, now we've got a great booty pic where they didn't have to kneel. We decided to do standing instead. And we moved where we are in relationship to the client. We're now below, shooting up at them and making their booty the real focal point of the portrait. And they have got an incredible booty picture, and we didn't have to put them through any pain to get it. That's a win in my book. Also, check in with your clients and make sure that they're feeling okay. Nobody knows their body better than they do. So I always let them know at the start of the session, if they ever need a water break, a stretch break, just a break for any reason, I am more than happy to take them. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but Alicia, if they take a break, that's less time that I can photograph them, and that's less images I might be able to show them. I don't think that that's true. I think even if you give up 5-10 minutes of a session for a break so your client can stretch or relax their muscles, you give up 5 minutes of shooting you get to show 5, 10 images less than maybe you were anticipating, they're still going to have such a good experience, even more so because you connected with them and you gave them the space to take a break. So they're going to have such a good experience that going into their image reveal and looking at their gallery, they're going to be in a much better mindset. I would rather have a client looking at their photos when their back isn't screaming at them versus looking at their gallery when it is. I want them to have the best image reveal possible. So let's start that during the session by making sure we do not overdo it with their body. So check-ins are really, really important, and making sure that they take breaks if they need to is also really important. And please remind them through the session that they're allowed to do that. Sometimes I think people get a little bit nervous thinking, oh, am I going to annoy my photographer or bother them if I ask for this? Please put their mind at ease and let them know they are allowed to take a break if their body is starting to hurt. I mean, they're allowed to take a break no matter what. And I say all of this as somebody who has chronic knee and back pain as well. So I know what it's like to be on the other side of this, and I know how much poses can hurt. So it would be really, really important for me if I was being photographed by someone that they give me the space to do that, that they modify poses for me, and that they work with me and my body. Here is my piece of advice to really, really, really make sure that that happens right from the get-go. If you do not have a question about mobility in your consultation or in your questionnaire, I want you to go at it as soon as this video is done. I don't care what you're doing after this. You're going to go add that to your script. You're going to go add that to your questionnaire. We don't want to be too invasive though, right? So the way that I like to frame the question is, do you have any physical or mobility issues that you would like to share with me? This gives them the opportunity to say yes or no. They don't have to share with me if they don't want to. Completely fine. It's really none of my business. But I do ask because if you do feel comfortable sharing, I want to know, because I will modify poses, and I would rather do that right from the jump than have someone in a pose, realize they're in pain, and then pivot. I'd rather just modify right from the beginning. So this helps people feel a little more comfortable, and then they can tell you yes or no. I've had back surgery, I have arthritis, whatever it may be. They feel comfortable talking with you about it. So again, if you don't have that in your questionnaire or in your consultation notes yet, please go at it right away, okay? You're not being weird for asking. We want to make sure our clients have the best experience possible. And before they even step into your studio, you are already thinking of them. And I think that's really empathetic and kind. Let me know in the comments if you have any advice for working with people who have chronic pain or mobility issues. I think the more we share and the more we learn from each other, the better. My name is Alicia. If you are new here, hi, welcome. I've been doing Boudoir for almost a decade, and I like to share what I know about it with all of you, and that's why I put out a new video every single Saturday. So if boudoir or self-love or empowerment is something that you're interested in, I'm glad you're here. I hope you'll subscribe. Make sure you like this video and turn on notifications so you know when my next video comes out on Saturday. Remember that your body is a good body. Even if it's in pain like mine is most of the time, it's still a good body. It's doing its very best for you. And I will see you all again later.